Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Anissa Omnia, and in this video I will explain about Euclidean geometry. First, we have to know what is Euclidean geometry. Euclidean geometry is a mathematical system attributed to Alexandrian Greek mathematician Euclid, which he described in his textbook on geometry, The Elements. Euclid's method consists in assuming a small set of intuitively appealing axioms and deducing many other propositions or theorems from these. Although many of Euclid's results had been stated by earlier mathematicians, Euclid was the first to show how these propositions could fit into a comprehensive deductive and logical system. Much of the element states results of what are now we call algebra and number theory. Euclid realized that a rigorous development of geometry must start with the foundations. Hence, he began the elements with some undefined terms, such as a point is that which has no part, and a line is a length without breadth. Proceeding from these terms, he defined further ideas such as angles, circles, triangles, and various other polygons and figures. For example, an angle was defined as the inclination of two straight lines, and a circle was a plane figure consisting of all points that have a fixed distance or radius from a given center. The Elements consist of 13 volumes. The whole book is divided into 4 sections. First is definitions. It contains definitions of points, lines, straight lines, angles, perpendicular angles, circles, and so on. In total, there are 23 definitions. The second is postulates. A postulate is an idea that is suggested or assumed to be the basis for a theory, argument, or calculation. There are 5 postulates in this book. I will explain later. Third is common notions. Common notions are actually similar to postulate. In modern mathematics, the term common notions is no longer used but has been changed to axiom, which means that it is the same as postulate. Fourth is propositions. In total, there are 441 propositions in the Elements book. All the evidence in each of the arguments is derived from the 5 postulates and 5 common notions. There are 5 postulates written in this book. The first postulate is a straight line segment can be drawn by joining any 2 points. The second postulate is any straight line segment can be extended indefinitely in a straight line. The third postulate is given any straight line segment, a circle can be drawn having the segment as radius and one endpoint as center. And the fourth is all right angles are congruent. And the fifth postulate is if 2 lines are drawn which intersect a third in such a way that the sum of the inner angles on one side is less than 2 right angles, then the 2 lines inevitably must intersect each other on the side if extended far enough. This postulate is become known as the parallel postulate or Euclid's parallel postulate. It has also attracted great interest because it seems less intuitive or self-evident than the others. The first postulate states that a straight line may be drawn from any one point to another point. To understand this, suppose we have 2 points A and B separated by a distance. Now, if we want to join them, we see that we can draw only one that will connect the both of them. We can take the help of Euclid's axiom that states, given 2 distinct points, there is a unique line passing through them. So, a line from A joining B is AB, and a line from B joining A is also AB. The second postulate states that a terminated line can be produced indefinitely. By terminated line, we understand that it is a line segment. This postulate means if we have line segment AB, we can extend both of its ends endlessly. The third postulate states that a circle can be drawn with any center and any radius. This postulate is self-explanatory, but for our understanding, let's assume a line segment AB. We draw a circle and this AB line will be the radius of the circle. Likewise, we can draw a circle from any point and with any radius. The fourth postulate states that all right angle is equal to one another. Take a look at this square and rectangle. We see that all the interior angles of the rectangle and the square are right angles. Therefore, an angle from square will be equal to an angle from rectangle. Postulate 5, better known as Euclid's parallel postulate, has become one of the most famous and controversial statements in mathematical history. It states that if a straight line falling onto straight lines makes the interior angles of the same side of it taken together less than two right angles, then the two straight lines, if produced indefinitely, meet on that side on which the sum of angles is less than two right angles. Almost from the moment the elements appeared and continuing into the 19th century, mathematicians have tried to derive the parallel postulate from the first four postulates, believing that these other axioms were adequate for a complete development of Euclidean geometry. All these attempts to change the status of the famous assertion from postulate to theorem, and it all ended in failure. Common notions. Common notions is similar with axiom nowadays. Axiom is a statement that is universally true and needs no proof. Euclid assumed that some properties were true and did not have to be proved. The first is things which are equals to the same things are also equals to one another. For example, if A equals B and B equals C, then A equals C. Second is if equals are added to equals, then wholes are equals. For example, if A equals C and B equals D, then A plus B equals C plus D. The third is if equals are subtracted from equals, the remainders are equals. For example, if A equals C and B equals D, then A minus B equals C minus D. The fourth is things which coincide with one another are equal to one another. For example, these two rectangles is coincide with one another, which equal one another. And the last is the whole is greater any of its parts. For example, this whole rectangle is greater than its parts. Okay, that's all from me. Thank you for watching and wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.